Welcome to On a Very Serious Note, where we ditch the BS and get real. I'm your host, Patrick, and we're diving deep into life's roller coaster. Career highs, messy relationships, wanderlust-inducing travels, and social issues that matter. Expect raw and filtered conversations and a whole lot of laughs. This ain't your average podcast, so buckle up and get ready to be challenged and entertained. Kaya tara na, usap tayo. Welcome everyone to another episode of On a Very Serious Note. Today we have the privilege of speaking with Brylle. Hello Brylle, how are you?
Hello.
Brylle is a Cebuano para-athlete, a skilled dragon boat racer, a passionate freediving photographer, and right now he's actually in Paris because he's currently volunteering at the 2024 Paralympics. Wow! We're very, very proud of you, Brylle, in representing our country in the most prestigious sporting event, especially in one of the special fields, the Paralympics or the Para Games. That's what we're going to talk about today, but I also wanted to give you a bit of a time because we're so excited to delve into this experience, from life-altering incidents that happened to you that shifted your path and your journey to your empowering journey through the para sports and your role in the upcoming Paralympic Games and your advocacy of social inclusion. But before that, I would like to give you a quick run through and give us your background, your personal story, please.
So my name is Brylle Arombo. I am 27 years old, and I'm from Argao, Cebu, Philippines. So I lost my leg when I was 19 years old. That's 2016, 8 years ago.
So can you please tell us what happened, Brylle?
So when I lost my leg, like everyone else, I because I'm just a simple kid before that do sports and basketball all the time. And kalitra kawala ang Montiil, which a devastating part or a story of my life, and it's a tragedy. I treat it as a tragedy before. So there comes a point.
Was it an accident?
Yeah, it's a motorcycle accident and contra vehicle SUV. So nabanggaan me. They went on our lanes because I don't know what happened with the driver, but that's what happened. I lost my leg from a vehicular accident.
So what was going through your mind during that time, Brylle?
There comes a point in my life that I even questioned the Almighty why nganong ako ang gitagaan aning disability, nganong gikuha niya akong tiil, because I was once very religious because I grew up in a religious family. My grandma's always in our parish most of the time, and she made me closer to the God before. And that's why I question why of all the people nganong ako jud ang nawala og tiil, and there's way more worse people around the world, di ba? So that's one of the things that questioned my faith.
So what was your experience during the time that you were in the hospital?
In the hospital, they tried that happened like May 31, 2016 at 11 a.m. So the accident happened that time, and then I was rushed to the hospital. I arrived because Argao is very far from the city, so it's like 80 kilometers away from the hospital. So it takes a long time to try to save my leg, and it took us 5 hours to arrive, or 6, I guess, with the traffic from the city to arrive in the hospital. And when I arrived in the hospital, I didn't get the attention that I needed right away because there's a lot of patients in the trauma. I was rushed in a public hospital before because we're not really my family is not really that privileged to go in a private hospital. So I was rushed in a public hospital, and there's a lot of way more worse cases than me in the emergency room. So imagine my leg is hanging on my foot is hanging on my leg already, and there's way more worse cases in the trauma, so they need to attend to way more worse cases. So I was told there to wait in the in the emergency room, and yeah, all I can see is just like one hollow and everything is blur. I thought I'm dying.
Wow, that's very tragic experience, Brylle. I could not imagine going through that. What was going through your mind during that time you were in the hospital?
I thought I'm really gonna die that night. That afternoon, and so I got finally being looked at or rushed to the operating room at I think early morning. Imagine. So imagine the waiting time and my blood loss, and my BP was like, as I can remember, it's very low, very very low, and I'm so pale according to my aunts, and I thought I'm gonna die from the blood loss. But yeah, I was rushed finally to the operating room, and then when I woke up in the morning, my leg is still in touch. So they tried to save my leg. So in the morning when I woke up, I had a lot of full of external fixators, or we call it in the common term sa noon natin, stainless, kumbaga. Yung sinasabi mga stainless sa labas para try save ang leg. Pero bumahaw yung pako, hindi na tinry ng mga doctor na save. They did their best, pero in 7 days, my leg didn't respond anymore to any senses, and no connection with my nerves. So yeah, they decided to amputate my leg, and my world really crumbles when I heard when the doctor said, "I'm sorry, but we need to cut your leg," and my world was like,
What was your reaction when you knew that they're going to amputate it?
and everything flashback, all my dreams to be a professional athlete, to be successful in life, fade away. The first words I remembered when I received that news from the doctor was like, "Magunsa na lang ko, dok." Something like that. I got teary-eyed. Just remember, I can remember it. And yeah, so and the doctor said, if you won't cut your leg as soon as possible, it will go higher and higher. Or worst case scenario, you're gonna die from bacterial infection. Get nothing to do. Amputate it. So yeah, I cried because I was not I'm not in a private room. So I covered my pillow and then I cried because there's a lot of people. Because I don't really cry. It's very seldom to see me cry, and I was crying, I was sobbing and thinking about my future and something like that. And it's really, I don't know how to explain. Like, I feel really really down. You know,
During the times that you were going through this, were there people beside you or family that assisted you during this very difficult time?
when everyone keeps on visiting me, my friends, my families, my colleagues, they're visiting me. They're asking me if I'm okay. I just keep, I just say I'm smiling. It's the worst feeling when you want to say you are not fine, but um, but you need to say you're fine so that they won't be sad as well. So something like that. So I keep on pretending.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep
Yeah.
on pretending that I'm okay. I keep on smiling to them so that parang para di ko weak tanawon sa mga tao. So baga, because yeah, I really grow up like nothing at all. Like kaya mo ni all the time. Yeah, something like that. And I'm not really expressive about my feelings that time.
I think because you're still on the stage of denial, you can't really believe what's going on or why it happened to you. Maybe that's the reason why.
So yeah, I keep on saying I'm okay, I'm fine, but deep inside my heart crumbles. My heart's been crushed. My dreams and my goals is crushed and broken. Everything. Use the word any you want, but yeah, I feel like I'm squeezed with life. So yeah,
Wow. Thank you for sharing that very difficult experience, Brylle. Maski ako napapaluha din ako nung shinare mo yan. What you were going through is not really easy. But yeah, so how was your journey of recovery overall?
Fast forward, I got discharged from the hospital after 2 months, and I want to give shout out to the best person who stayed with me, even if I don't want to eat anymore. She keeps on feeding me. My grandma, yeah, my grandma loves me a lot, telling me about God. Yeah, she got my back. She keeps me on foot again. So she helped me recover from not totally, but she was there when I needed a support the most. Yeah, so she's always there. So I think I won't be here right now without my grandma. You know.
Wow, truly. We really can't deny that grandmother's love are one of the most genuine love we could ever experience. And we're very happy na andun siya sa tabi mo while you were recovering and really helped a lot, gave support system to be able to recover fully. Now let's talk about how did you find that spark of hope again?
So yeah, I was lonely one night. I keep on scrolling in my feed, my news feed, and I saw a program which I saw people with disabilities doing sports and workouts, and they were based in the city, and I'm very far. I'm in Argao, and that's hundreds of kilometers. That's hundreds of kilometers away from because it's in Mandaue and in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. So I saw the Philippine Accessible Disability Services PADS. So they have this what they call adaptive sports program. So adaptive sports program is the sports you're going to adapt it and how do you say it? Redesign it to make accessible for everybody, not just people with disabilities, but for everyone. So they can play together, they can compete alongside together in a very in a same way of field. So you can compete equally with the very patas, And so I joined the Dragon Boat team. So one of their programs of adaptive sports, is the Dragon Boat team. So I saw in the video that there's a lot of worse disabilities na mas sila smiling lang sila, they're doing workouts, and I never believed it. Because I never seen before, like I'm so ignorant about adaptive sports and Paralympics before, because I was focused on doing basketball all the time, and yeah.
What really motivated you the most to get out again and join the team?
And when I saw their videos, I was like, wow, I thought I can't do anything anymore. Yeah, so I saw double amputees, like 2 legs, without 2 legs. They were doing workouts that I never imagined. They're competing with people with no disabilities. You can imagine that, yeah. And they're so proud, and they're so happy, and they're so positive. And there's this radiant aura of invitation that I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Because I'm longing for community that time that understands me.
That's very, very nice to know that you were able to find that spark of hope again. But what was your challenge as you tried to navigate around going out again and trying new things?
I don't have any money that time because I was a teenager, and I don't have savings. And so yeah, I told my Lola, I'm gonna go there. I need to go there. Because if not, I'm gonna be dead here in the house, because I tried to commit suicide a lot of times.
Oh,
Also,
really?
yeah. So I slept with the knife all the time in my bed before, because I'm trying to end my life. Yeah, And only my grandma knows about it. So I told my grandma that I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I need to go there. So I don't have money, and most of my some of my relatives are against, or they don't support, because they don't understand what it is. And maybe they think it's a waste of money, and maybe it's not safe for me because I'm a person with disability right now, and it's dangerous outside. If someone's gonna do bad on me, I can't fight for myself anymore because I'm a PWD, and maybe that's why they don't want me to go there. So I remember one of my parents once said that's a waste of money, something like that. But my grandma, she's my number one believer.
Definitely agree 100%. Lolas are the best. But now I'd like to ask, what was your first training look like? How did it turn out to you?
Yeah, I went there with no idea how I'm gonna go home. I only have 100 plus left. Yeah, so and I need to train another day, next day, Sunday, and I don't have a place to stay, to sleep. So pag abot sa training, kita na ko dahil dito mga na-blind, na mga deaf, polio, mga amputisad pa rin ako. They're doing push-up, they're jogging. You can imagine, right? So they're doing workouts. Pinay go in a boat, landed. I feel like freedom again. Like, oh my God, this is, the feeling na parang you are very free and you're surrounded with very positive people and very, I don't know how to explain. Like, it gives me hope again. The program pads gave me hope again. And yeah, I was so happy that I went, that I nisugal ko nga moadto, and with no idea, without knowing these people. Yeah.
Wow, that was really a leap of faith, no? While you were going through that journey for the first time, were there people that helped you in the team or in the community that also assisted and supported you with your journey?
I was so lucky to meet the right people. I call them the right people that really honed me to be the person I am today. Sir JP Maunes and Sir Ray Mangayaw, the founder of the pads, they honed me to become maybe the voice for people with disabilities as well. That's why most of this I give talks to schools, to private companies about inspiration, about being consistent, and yeah. So in between being an elite athlete for the Dragon Boat team in Cebu, so I keep on training and doing good stuffs.
Wow, that's very inspiring, Brylle. Now, what is it with sports that you really find it motivating and you continued pursuing it?
In sports, you will learn a lot, the value of discipline. Yeah, you will discover a lot about yourself when you do sports. So
Wow, were there any supports that were given to you?
first, we don't have any supports from anybody. There are the most people that supported us are private companies because yeah, we're not now in the Philippines. I can say this loudly, and I don't care if I'm gonna be bashed about it. But the government won't support you if you don't create a name first. I'm sorry about that, but that's the reality of the sports in the Philippines.
I definitely agree. And this is a sad reality, no? Kasi ang dami-dami sana nating mga talentadong atleta na pwede nating ipadala sa international stage, but there's just so minimal support, or worst case, wala talagang support na binibigay. But I hope this would serve as an avenue for our officials, our government to be able to send out support and get inspired by your story as well. Now, can you take us back to your first ever competition? What was it like?
Our first competition, international competition, is Hong Kong 2017. With most of our help is from a private institution. From a private person. So he believes in our dreams and goals, and we won the gold in the Para Dragon Championships in Hong Kong, and I was like in cloud nine that time. I think I was really happy that I said I'm living my dream, and I don't know how to explain that I am still able. I'm able, and then that's a fuel us to train more, harder and harder. So we make our trainings more harder, and then, so that the next year we can compete again, and then the next year finally we have some support from government and the people, and we won back-to-back golds.
Wow, that's very nice to hear that the first time you competed, you won gold, and it brings so much joy and pride especially to all Cebuanos. Now, what was your competition locally looks like? Did you compete with someone like you, like the people with disabilities as well?
In between those year, we competed also in local races in the Philippines. We're racing toe to toe with abled teams in the Philippines because we don't have really much para athletes in for dragon boat in the Philippines. So most of our competitors are persons with no disabilities. So you can imagine we're people with disabilities, and we're competing with non PWDs, and we're beating them. I
Oh,
was laughing,
wow. That's so good
and
to hear.
it gives us pride and honor and self-esteem. Yeah, yan yung mga kulang namin sa mga PWDs, self-esteem. So once we competed racing toe-to-toe with them and we beating them, we like feel like, I am still able. Something like pride in yourself,
Yes.
pride in ourselves. Parang, oh my God, this is one of the best feelings. Na parang you forgot anymore that you have disability. Yeah, you have skills, something like
Yeah.
that. And
Now, what is your motivation outside of doing sports right now? Where do you take it from here?
I want to be a mentor to the people that want to start doing sports, especially people with disabilities, because I want to help the old me. You know, makita ko mga tao na in the same position that I was before, that really scared to take one step, because that's the most important thing, the one step, and after that you just need to be consistent. Yeah, so those people who are really scared to take the of uh first step of being alive again, you know. So I want to help people with disabilities who suffered just like me or any. I'm planning to, when I'm back in the Philippines or while I'm here, I'm planning to make also an organization for people or studying people with disabilities, you know. And also a grassroots program and a adaptive sports program and a recreational rehab program like what PADS and Sir JP has been doing in the Philippines. So I want to create more, you know, of his work para mas daghang PWDs ang makater and daghan ang matabangan.
Wow, that's very inspiring, Brylle. We can really see the sincerity and the passion that you have in building this community, especially helping the people like you, people with disabilities. And we cannot wait for a day to see you guys compete one day. Now, I'm very excited to talk about this. You're currently in Paris for the Paralympics 2024 as one of the volunteers. Can you share us a bit of the story? How did you get there?
So yeah, and talking about my volunteering here, there was a link has been sent, you know, to our group chats sa Dragon Boat that they need two Filipinos, Filipino and Filipina, for the representative for the PWD volunteering here in for the Paris Olympics, and this is the grandest sports event of the world, and where the most disciplined and consistent athletes are. They were there, and I want to be like them because my favorite hero, I call him hero, is Kobe Bryant, and I love his work ethics and discipline sports, you know. And I immediately applied, and I got accepted right away. I'm one of the first volunteers in that get accepted. So the name of the program is the organization that spearheaded it is the France Volontaire Philippines. So they are partnered with the French Embassy in the Philippines in Micronesia and Service Civic. So we are the Terre de Dieu 2024 program. So yeah, I was one of the 9 Filipinos that has been spread out here in France for 8 months to do volunteering work aside from doing the sport.
Wow, that's very amazing to hear, Brylle. We're very, very proud of you to be one of the volunteers there in the Paralympics. Now, what keeps you busy there? What's your current role in the volunteer group?
Currently, I am assigned here in South France in Toulon. So yeah, it's very the weather here is very hot, very hot. I turned really bronze right now. So my job right now, or my work, my volunteering work, my position right now is I help people with disabilities to go to the beach because I'm working in Rene Sabran Hospital. It's a hospital in front of the beach, so very very nice because everything is accessible. You know, that's what I want in the Philippines. Sana everything is accessible. There's a lot of ramps for wheelchair, and the Lamea Autremont, my and Ofulep Duva, my organization here, they made push carts for people with disabilities who have severe spine injury, so they can still go in the beach and go swim. So they create something like that, and the lab. This is the lab of the family from the patients. Everything there is so overwhelming and so genuine. So I really love where I'm assigned right now, and plus it's I love the sea because yeah, I do photography underwater and free diving. You know, so
Wow, that's so amazing to hear, Brylle. Kamusta naman ang trabaho? Mabigat ba? Mahirap? Mabisi ka ba?
I don't feel like working here. I feel like I'm on a vacation. You know, something like that.
Well, that's very important na nag-i-enjoy ka dyan and you're also having a good time while doing the work, representing our Filipino communities. Yeah, so kailan magsisimula yung volunteer work mo or the Paralympic Games overall, and ano yung mga piniprepare mo ngayon sa sarili mo?
So yeah, in August 25th, I will start my mission for the Paralympic Games until September 11. So I'll be in the Paralympic Village. So I'm gonna meet our kababayans, athletes, see you, and all the Paralympic athletes, the top tier athletes around the world. So I'm so excited because I want to learn a lot from them. Maybe I can talk to them and ask for advice, something like that. But after September, I'm gonna go back here again to continue my volunteering mission here until December 31.
First of all, salute to you, Brylle, for having that perseverance and persistence of really pushing forward despite of your condition. I don't even see it as a limited capacity because you've gone to Paris right now, staging Paralympics, representing our country, volunteering for our community and even to other nations is already a winning medal for us. To be able to represent our flag in the volunteerism, in the volunteer community is already a victory for Filipinos, especially for the Paralympic Games and sporting events. First of all, I think you mentioned that you have plans to come back and start an organization. I think that's very inspiring to elaborate more. What do you think are the programs you have in mind, and how do you call for action for people or to encourage people, same with your condition, to come and don't be shy and to start, opening their doors and probably consider sports?
I'm gonna make like what Pat's been doing. So I'm gonna make I'm planning to create a recreational rehab program as well. So that's gonna be mine is art therapy, something like that. Just gonna paint and sports, wheelchair basketball, sitting volleyball, and dragon boat also, and paddling, kayak, anything active sports for active amputees or active person with disabilities, And I know that I won't be alone in this because I have my mentors with me. They're support. They're 100% supportive on my goal. So yeah, I'm gonna make a recreational rehab program, and for how will I invite people? social media is a big thing right now. So I'm gonna keep on posting and posting. I don't care if you're gonna be annoyed. I will never stop until the last person with disabilities I will help. Yeah, so I want everyone to experience how to be alive again.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for that, Brylle. And, as early as now, you have our support as well. Um, with your upcoming advocacies, we can assure you that through this platform right now, I know we will reach many people and start hearing responses that will be coming a ripple that will be rippling out from this conversation right now. And we're very, very excited to support you and your advocacy in the future. I know that it's too early to say, but I know there will be private sectors that will also be excited to help and support you, especially that we are really rooting for our para athletes to not just stop 2024 Paris Games, but in the near future continue to send out athletes to compete in the international sporting event. We're very, very excited for that, Brile. Yeah, and another thing is I also wanted to talk about what is the future of para sports in the Philippines. Do we see a progression after Paris 2024? Do you think we can call out government to support more our athletes in the para games?
Yeah, I hope, because the main, I don't want to say bad things about it, but yeah, the government has been supportive about the our para athletes at the moment. But I saw the athletes from right now, and no offense, but the athletes we have right now, they have aged. So I haven't seen young athletes coming out. So maybe there are good athletes out there from the shadows that needs training or something like that, or just shy to try out something like that. So I am hoping that the government will take a step about this and create tryouts and programs around the provinces, around different areas in the Philippines, not just Manila. So yeah, we're a population of how many are we right now? 100 million people, 70 million people, something like that. So there's, I think, millions of people with disabilities who's been longing to compete. I know that for sure. I know that for sure. And there's a lot of young athletes and old athletes who are still capable, but they're very shy. So that's why my program's gonna be like that. So I'm gonna be the one who's gonna drag them outside the rooms to try out something like this and something like that. Maybe the government, hopefully, if yeah, not just good results. Maybe after the Paralympics, if I hope we win gold, so the media and the the netizens will notice that we have a sport. Our athletes, para athletes, can do like this also. So we need more attention, something like that, and more allocation for budgeting, so we can create more programs and more athletes and more heroes for the Philippines. Yeah, you know, because it's it's really the para games and the Paralympics is just a sport for a normal spectator. It's also an inspiration, for their lives to be more thankful for what they have right now. So they will maybe inspire the people to do better, because yeah, there's people with disabilities competing, and a normal spectator, and then he will be inspired as well. So yeah, it's two birds in one stone. So we inspire and we compete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
represent.
agree. I definitely agree, and I think how our athletes right now have, been winning golds and medals. It already gave so much attention online, and we hope and we were looking at this as an opportunity for our officials, our government to support not just during the events, but from the grassroots level, providing more facilities and opportunities, like funding for our athletes to train even before reaching the Olympic Games. I think that's where we begin as a community, and call people to encourage as well, parents that have their children that are very passionate about joining sporting events or sports, to encourage them to support their children from the grassroots level until they reach the international sporting event. Wow. I really, really love that, and hoping to see more athletes. We send more athletes in the Olympics. But yeah, to end this, Brylle, what is your final message to everyone who's listening right now? Be it a person with disability, or be it person with non-disability, coming from your own inspiration and personal story.
Find something that you love first. Yeah, so it will. I think when you find something you love, or you love what to do, is kind of, you won't get tired about it. Like me, I love the sea, and I love sports, and I love my advocacy. So I won't feel, maybe I won't feel tired if I keep on pushing and pushing it, even no one believes in me, because I love what I'm doing and I know what I'm doing. So next is, be disciplined. Be disciplined, and the most important thing as well is, aside from discipline, is being consistent. So be consistent of what you want to do. For example, you go in a gym just for 1 week, after no more. Yeah, you start dragon boating for 1 week and you feel tired because you have a lot of sores, muscle sores, your arms hurt, and you stop. It's finished. The dream is over. And don't be afraid to get failure, because we learn from our failures and our mistakes. And that's how we grow. We're humans, And what else? I know. Believe in yourself. I think just believe in yourself. When no one else, it should be you who will believe in yourself first, not everyone, not anyone. Don't wait for anybody's approval or attention or push. So you need to push yourself. You need to pick up yourself. I always at the end of my talk, I always have this I saw a message somewhere, I don't know where I found it, but it says, when your world crumbles around you, you just need to pick up the pieces that's left from behind and create a new world out of it. Right? So kung ang imong you think your future, your life right now is being, you're devastated or full of failures, you learn from it and you use those failures. How will you change it? How will you adjust it to be successful one day? So yeah, it's translated to something like that. And I don't think I have anything. Just believe in yourself. Keep on believe in yourself. Just the main thing. Believe in yourself. Be disciplined. Be consistent. And keep your foot on the ground all the time. Always be humble. Whatever, if you're the top tier athlete or just starting, and always be coachable. So always be coachable. That's one of the most important thing. And be a kid. Smile and ask questions, because kids ask questions. That's how kids learn. So when you ask a lot of questions, you learn a lot as well.
Thank you so much, Brylle, for sharing your incredible story. Your determination and resilience actually inspired many of us already. In social media, for those who have read your posts, you've inspired so many people already, and your unwavering spirit is truly admiration for all of us. We wish you all the best in your volunteer role in Paris 2024 Paralympics, and we have no doubt that you will continue to make positive impact in the world for Filipino communities in the world of parasports and, of course, beyond. Well, to our listeners, Brylle's journey reminds us that within each of us lies the potential to overcome challenges. On a very serious note, embracing your difference, your uniqueness, your new opportunities, and achieve remarkable things from them is truly a milestone. Remember that the human spirit knows no bounds, regardless of limitations and incapacities that other people labels us. Overall, we inspire a lot of people to become the truest version of themselves, to not lose hope, and continue aspiring to become the best version of themselves. Thank you so much. Until the next episode, continue to be an inspiration and spread the love. Bye! Thanks for tuning in on a very serious note. If you love this episode, hit that follow button, share it with your friends, and join us next week for another powerful conversation. Stay curious, stay bold, and always end on a serious note. Until next time!